Thanks, Miranda. Have you ever watched a movie, listened to a song, or even read a book that makes you nostalgic for a time period that you weren't even alive for? If you have, don't worry. You're definitely not alone. One book in particular that ignites that feeling is Eleanor and Park, written by award-winning author Rainbow Rowell. This novel was published in 2013 and earned 4.5 stars out of 5. Eleanor and Park is set in the mid-1980s in Omaha, Nebraska, and follows the story of two star-crossed lovers, Eleanor and Park. Park Sheridan is as nerdy as they come. He's a comic book lover and, unlike his father and brother, not very athletic. On the other hand, Eleanor Douglas is slightly overweight with wildly curly, frizzy red hair and a very quirky sense of fashion. Eleanor and Park wind up sitting next to one another on the school bus and over time start talking after reading Park's comic books together. They develop feelings and fall in love, and that's not even scratching the surface. If you're looking for a sweet love story with angst and some groovy 80s vibes, pop on over to the nearest bookstore and pick up a copy of Eleanor and Park. If Eleanor and Park isn't quite your style, try your hand at Ready Player One. This novel has been a sci-fi favorite since its release in 2011, and it's sure to keep you on your toes. Set in the year 2044, Ready Player One follows the teen tech whiz, Wade Watts. Wade is one of the many that use the Oasis, a multiplayer online platform that everyone views as a virtual utopia to escape from the ongoing power crisis, catastrophic climate change, and several wars, just to name a few. However, when the 80s-loving billionaire, James Halliday, whom created the Oasis, suddenly passes away, tremendous amounts of wealth are at stake. However, Halliday left a mystery video quest for Oasis users, with the winner inheriting Halliday's entire estate. Armed only with his wits, Wade Watts sets off to uncover the secrets of the Oasis. For sci-fi and fantasy book lovers, it seems that a movie adaptation of this novel has been a long time coming. Luckily, Ready Player One is arriving in theaters on March 29th and it's certainly one you wouldn't want to miss. We'll take a short weather break and Miranda will come back with some more sweet reads.
Next up, a fantasy book for all ages that combines the compassion of Eleanor Park along with the alternate worlds we saw in Ready Player One. It's sure to hit home with many and is an interesting story of monsters we all face. What you think is not important, it is only important what you do, is a telling quote from A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, which shows the importance of actions over words. This book is fit and enjoyable for all ages. A Monster Calls is about a young boy experiencing nightmares of losing his mother. Nightly, he is met by a monster in the tree outside his window. The tree haunts him and forces him to face the truth by acknowledging his mother's terminal illness. The tree appears each night at midnight, forcing the boy to listen to the story and refuses to remain unseen. In the end, the truth is revealed along with the fate of his mother, and finally the tree disappears. A Monster Calls has 4.7 out of 5 stars rating on Amazon and was originally to be written by Sibylle Dowd, who unfortunately lost her personal battle with cancer before she could finish the book. It was passed on to best-selling author Patrick Ness, and he does the tale justice. The book is truthful and thought-provoking and will get people talking about the monsters they face. We've covered all age groups and genres, but what about kids? Our MC Alive reporting staff compiled their list of favorite children's books to see how they compare. Our top 3 came out to Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Hams, The Cat in the Hat, and Margaret Weis's Brown, Goodnight Moon, illustrated by Clement Hurd. According to a Time magazine list of the top 100 children's books of all time, the top 3 children's books are Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak, The Snowy Day by Ezra Kent, and one of our favorites as well, Goodnight Moon. Reading to young children is not only a great way to bond, but it helps form their young minds. According to education.gov, reading to children daily makes their cognitive functioning an amazing 1 year older, and young children who read more frequently perform better on standardized tests. Reading is important and valuable in our daily lives, and we hope Read Across America Day encourages others to celebrate a love of reading. Finally, before we leave, we just had to ask, what's one of your favorite books?
The Lost Symbol.
My favorite book is 1984.
Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy.
My favorite book, Metropolitan Life by Fran Lebowitz, writer for Vanity Fair magazine.
The Harry Potter series is my all-time favorite, but if I had to pick a single book, I think The Art of Racing in the Rain.
The Guardian.
My favorite book is Earth's Dragons, the second version.
My favorite book is Sherman Alexie's The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fistfight in Heaven.
I can't pick just one. The others will all be jealous.
Being a father of a son of 5-year-old, my son Caleb has me reading to him every night about Disney Cars movies, so I've become a pretty much of an expert on any type of Disney car books.
My favorite book that I like to read to my granddaughter is the Puppy Place books.
Okay. All right, I'm here just to show you guys my favorite book, The Aeneid by the Roman Virgil. Great story of, the Trojan War and heading forward to the founding of Rome.
Twilight.
Wanderville.
Holes. Yeah, we're reading it now in 7th grade class.
My favorite book to read is the Bible.
Dan
With
Brown.
that, today's a good day to read a book, especially with the weather. Happy birthday, Dr. Seuss, and we'll leave you with, the more that you read, the more things you know, the more that you learn, the more places you'll go. And here's today's lunch. Today's lunch is macaroni and cheese, stewed tomatoes, steamed broccoli, and a choice of milk. Monday's breakfast, scrambled eggs and cheese, whole grain cereal with toast, assorted bagels, chilled juice or fruit, and low-fat milk.
That ends another week of news.
Good luck to the Lady Tornadoes on Saturday as they take on Hughesville at the district playoff finals.
And remember to read a book in honor of Dr. Seuss.
We'll see you back here next week, MCA.